Now to the wildfires in Los Angeles. New video shows the continuing heroic efforts from the air as firefighters surround a brush fire in Granada Hills. Crews are trying to get ahead of anything they can while the winds have died down.
And sadly today that we learned these wildfires have now killed at least 10 people and burned more than 10,000 homes and other structures since Tuesday. We have team coverage for you here at 5. Maurice DuBois at the site of the Palisades fire. Let's start with Charlie DeMar. He is live in Altadena. Charlie, what's the latest from your site?
Doug and Christine, where we are now, residents have not been able to get back here yet. They've not been allowed in. Police are keeping people away because of that fear of looting. There are a number of checkpoints just beyond where we are now with the National Guard, keeping people out at least for now. But as for those fires, you can see the devastation that it has caused here in Altadena. These are homes just brought down to nothing. Twisted metal, cars burned out, appliances brought down just to the bare nothing, really. It is hard to imagine. It is hard to put into words. As for those fires, the Palisades and the Eaton fire, which has affected this community, they are still burning and already considered in the top 20 most devastating fires in California state history. Firefighters in Los Angeles County attacked the raging wildfires by air Friday. More than 55 square miles have burned so far.
Everything I owned was gone.
In an effort to prevent looting, a curfew will be in effect this evening in areas affected by the Palisades and Eaton fires.
You cannot be in these affected areas. If you are subject to arrest.
National Guard troops are patrolling the mandatory evacuation zone here in Altadena, where the Eaton fire has reduced home after home to rubble. This is what so many people here in hard-hit Altadena, unfortunately, are going to be coming home to. People who we spoke to who've been trying to get back to their homes say they are now frustrated that looting is a problem.
It's mind-boggling because I can't get in, but then looters could get in.
David Resendez says he can't believe someone would stoop so low.
I would guarantee they're not from here because this community, Altadena, is a tight-knit community.
At the White House, President Biden received a briefing on the wildfire emergency response, a day after promising the federal government will cover firefighting costs for the next 6 months.
We've got to be prepared to pay for it. And when we do, we got to build back better than we did before.
And as crews attack the wildfires from the sky, officials are warning people not to fly drones. That's after one nicked the wing of a super scooper, grounding it Thursday.
Flying a drone in the fire traffic area is not only dangerous, but it's illegal.
LA County's fire chief saying the plane should be flying again by Monday, just in time for the next expected red flag event. And to add to the concern and confusion here in LA, the emergency management text alert system that has been alerting people when to evacuate, we were told that some of those messages have been sent incorrectly. Officials here say they are working hard to try and correct that, but they are urging people to keep those notifications activated on their cell phones. Doug and Christine?
Just unbelievable amounts of devastation there behind you. Charlie DeMar, thank you. We appreciate it.
And our team coverage continues now with Maurice DuBois. He is live from the site of the Palisades fire in L.A. for the evening news tonight.
And Maurice, we hear you've been talking to families who've just lost everything.
We have Doug and Christine. Good to be with you guys. I just want to give you guys a sense of what it's like to show up here in Southern California and experience this firsthand. Right now, we're in the front yard of what used to be a gorgeous home in Pacific Palisades. Nothing left behind, just dust and rubble. And you could just imagine what it was like to be incinerated here. The thing that strikes you before you even see it driving into this neighborhood is the smell. Kind of obvious to say, but it hits you really hard when you drive in. I got here last night, landed about midnight, and another thing that's really striking is that the rest of this huge metropolis, this megalopolis of LA, this big county, this big region, most people are going about their daily business, going about their lives, doing their thing. This fire is contained, as you know, to the northern areas of the county and so forth and beyond. So, you know, it's striking. People are working out, they're going to do their daily lives and business, et cetera, et cetera. And then we got up here this morning, and it was something to behold. Again, you smell it before you see it, and then home after home after home ash, absolutely nothing. And we met up with a family, David Israel and his son, Orly. Orly's taken a video that's gone viral, seen by 20 million people around the world. And if you can see them here, I hope the video is rolling. We came to their home together for their first look at their home. And David is a TV writer for comedies and dramas who's got a wicked sense of humor. He was able to somehow keep it together as he looked at all this stuff that is gone. He'd lived in this home for 20 years. What is gone, incinerated, just blown away. And they looked at things. They saw the bathtub was filled with water. They saw some running water, unbelievably so. They saw items that they had left behind. And then they saw in all this dust, most of the stuff is gone, they saw in all this dust a piece of pottery that his mom had made. She's 90 years old, she still lives in New York, and she makes these items, and they had kept them as keepsakes, and 2 or 3 of them made it through the fire. And I hope we have some of what they had to say. Let's take a listen, can we? Okay, unfortunately we can, but what they did is they had incredible perspective on what had happened. They lost their stuff, 20 years plus of living in this neighborhood, but they're together. A dad, a mom, 3 boys, 3 grown sons. They somehow survived, and they have a wicked sense of humor. They made jokes about it, you know, to kind of get through it, to kind of release it all. But incredible to be with them and witness it firsthand, Christina. Doug.
Absolutely. Well, we look forward to your report, Maurice. You know, I know that it's really heartbreaking to lose personal possessions, lifelong possessions that mean so much to you, but when you can walk away with your lives and your loved ones are still alive, well, that is a blessing in itself. Maurice, we'll see you tonight at 6:30.
It's everything. And yes, we're going to have that piece for you on the evening news tonight at 6:30. Yes.
We look forward to it. Thank you, Maurice. We appreciate it. And CBS is working with the Red Cross, by the way, to help the thousands of people affected by the fires in California. To donate, go to redcross.org/CBS or scan the QR code there on your screen. Your contributions will help the Red Cross provide shelter, meals, and relief items.